Welcome to Understanding the New Breed of Cybercriminals. I'm Chester Wisniewski, Senior Security Advisor with Sophos. I'm here to discuss what's behind the malware, who the people are, where they are, and why they are doing what they do. Why is going to become very obvious to you. There's a lot of money involved. But first, let's take a look at where spam is coming from. If you look at the statistics, America looks really bad. There's also a lot of spam sent from India and Brazil as well. If you look at it by continent, though, you'll see Europe and Asia are the highest. But what these numbers really represent is the number of infected computers on the internet. Now, many spam threats ultimately lead you to malware. In the old days, malware threats were mostly about fame. You know, I'm more clever coder than you are. One of our founders, Jan Hruska, nailed it in a newspaper interview. He said, in the past, most virus writers were computer-obsessed males between the ages of 14 to 34. They had a chronic lack of girlfriends, were socially inadequate, and perfectly willing to create chaos worldwide to spread their digital graffiti. Who best represents the malware authors of the 21st century? Bernie Madoff. He made off with $65 billion, and that's the name of the malware game now, stealing lots of money. We're seeing pseudo-legitimate looking business people running large, complicated criminal networks. They're not infecting your computer to send you a message, but to sell you a pill, a watch, or some other product. And once they've infected your computer, instead of just sending spam, perhaps they'll just steal your bank login or identity. To give you a sense of scale, at Sophos Labs, we see over 60,000 unique suspicious files every day. That's a 50% increase over last year at this time. The speed with which flaws can be exploited is dizzying. For instance, back in 2003, the blaster worm exploited a flaw 72 days after disclosure. With Sasser in 2004, it was 18 days. The so-called Aurora attacks hit Google and exploited a hole in Internet Explorer 6 before we even knew about the vulnerability. And again, in July 2010, the shortcut flaw in Windows was exploited for months before we were aware of the problem. Recently, scareware became one of the most prolific virus threats we've ever seen. The idea is to sell fake antivirus software. Computer users are deluged with warnings about infections, only to infect themselves by installing and purchasing the fake antivirus software. The GUIs are very sophisticated. They look like legitimate antivirus products. Even Mac users are not safe. Social engineering works on all platforms. This is how it works. These guys commission someone to write fake antivirus software and simply host it on a nice fancy website on some server, often in Russia. Then they put out the word to affiliates. We'll sell a one-year version of this fake antivirus software for $80, but we'll split the profit 50-50. Then all the affiliates go out and they infect computers through compromised websites, blog spam, forum spam, poison search results. Again, the money is huge. Some of the guys running affiliates earn up to $150,000 a week. And remember, that's just half. The other half goes to the people who are creating the malware. When criminals are making that kind of money that easily, they're not going to stop. We're now seeing these attacks move on to Facebook and Twitter, where they compromise someone's account and start sending messages as the victim. You click on a link thinking you're going to see your buddy's keyboard cat or Rickroll, and you end up getting infected or scammed instead. Where's the deterrent? While Bernie Madoff got a 150-year prison sentence, 18-year-old Sven Yastrin got probation and 30 hours community service for unleashing the Netsky worm and causing billions of dollars of damage worldwide. Brendan Roy Taylor of Perth, Southwest Australia, stole more than 56,000 credit cards and 40,000 identities and got a $150 fine. The US is ahead of the curve on this one. They have strict cybercrime laws. I believe other countries really need to do the same. I hope you take away how fast things are changing. The players, their tactics, and their speed. And the reason is simple. The money is breathtaking. There are millions, possibly billions of dollars in this industry. The criminals aren't going away, and at Sophos, we're never going to stop fighting this fight. If you'd like to learn more, join us at a live Anatomy of Attack event in a community near you, and check out some of the other videos and related resources on this site.